Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to another exciting, thrill packed, fun, and exciting edition of Deep Recruiting, where we're here to help you succeed in the wonderful world of recruiting. We're not talking about AI yet. Frankly, I've looked at a lot of AI tools, I've evaluated a lot of AI tools, and I am still, as of yet, unimpressed, and I don't see it replacing us anytime soon. Of course, that may change in a month, but right now, we're still doing the recruiting ourselves, aren't we? I want you to email us at deeprecruiting@teamgtn.com. Send us the issues you're facing, the questions you have. Let us address them. Let's see what we can do to help you grow your business. That's what we're all about here at Deep Recruiting. And today, what I want to talk to you about is mastering your emotional states as well as managing any fear you may have, which is totally natural in the business. But before we get to that, again, email us at deeprecruiting@teamgtn.com. That email address is in the description. Let us figure out what topics you're running into, the obstacles you're running into, and the solutions that we can provide to help you succeed in this fantastic business. Mastering your emotional states. Now, no one ever wrote a book called How to Be Miserable. If they did write one, I don't think it would sell very well. Misery is easy. It's easy to be angry. It's easy to be hateful. It's easy to be sad and depressed. No one's going to write a book about that. Why would they? Why would, anyone choose those emotional states? Yet a lot of us live in those states on the daily. It's the mental state of many people. It's very frustrating. These emotional states rob you of your productivity. They rob you of happiness, joy, success, friendships, love, wealth, everything that everybody says they want in life. These emotional states rob us of. Yet, so many of us actually live in these emotional states on the regular. We wake up that way. We go to bed feeling that way. We're angry. Turn away from our partner in life, turn away from our friends, we scream, we yell, we lose our cool. Not a good place to be. But those, again, are the easy choices to make. It's not hard to be angry. Choosing happiness, choosing success, choosing wealth, love, choosing your friends, that's frankly really hard to do. And yet, that's where all the rewards lie. You have the power to totally control your emotional state. You really do. You choose your emotional state, being happy, being sad, being excited, morose, content, angry, empathetic, hateful, thrilled, or depressed, are all firmly under your control. Now, when you think of it, I want to have a disclaimer here. This is not meant to reflect on those who are under or should be under the care of a medical professional. It's not what we're talking about here. If that's you, I'm very sorry. Clearly, this is a separate issue for you, and you need to get and seek the help of professionals and take their advice over mine. But there are many techniques for the majority of us that are not medically in that type of condition to manage and to grow out of those negative attitudes and work with positive affirmations and meditation and simply make the choice that we want to be happy. Something as simple as using words in your personal interactions, using positive words in your personal actions will help you empower yourself, will empower the people you work with. As a recruiter, will empower your candidates and will help get you into peak performance, into a mental state. So the question is, how do I go about doing this? It's very simple. You can do a little bit of self-talk before every single sales call you make. Before going into that presentation, make sure you're in an empowered and proper state of mind. So here's a way to do it. Just think to yourself, I deserve to make this sale. My customer is going to love me. My prospect is going to want to do business today. When you come in with an enthusiastic, positive attitude, you brighten everybody's day. Conversely, when you're in an angry or some type of foul mood, you hurt the people around you. You hurt the people you're talking to. You actually bring them down. You've heard the saying, I hope by now, your network is your net worth. Well, your network needs to be people that are happy, upbeat, positive, people that are going to constantly lift you up, pump you up, that are sharp, and they are focused on lifting everybody around you. When you're around people like that, you're naturally going to adopt that state of mind and you're going to bring everybody up to a higher level. And being that person is who those people want to be around because they know that you are helping them. The way you carry yourself, the mental image you create about yourself rules the day. This is as true in person as it is doing a live stream, as it is on the phone. Your job as a recruiter is to raise the candidates you talk to, is to raise their emotional state. That's how you get candidates to love you, your product, your service, and the company you work for. That's how you get them to give you a 10 when they're giving you a review online. That's how you build rapport. It's how you move the ball down the sales process. And ultimately, it's how you close the sale. Your attitude definitely is going to reflect in your altitude. Now, as I'm going through this, I want you to remember that the first person, let me find my place here. The first person you have to sell on this attitude is always going to be yourself. And by that, what I mean is you have to believe in your heart that you are a positive person. You have to believe in your heart that you bring something to the table that people want to do business with you. And that self-talk is a big part of it. Jamie Crosby said 80% of our growth comes from our mindset. And whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And that's Napoleon Hill. Now, I want to talk a little bit about managing fear. The fear you feel in sales is very natural. It's a survival instinct. It has its root in failing to find your place in the tribe that you depended on for your existence way back in the day. We haven't outgrown that. We haven't evolved beyond that mentally. There just hasn't been enough time. This fear dates back to when we depended on the people around us for our very survival. We didn't want to be ostracized. We didn't want to be left out in the cold, literally, because it would kill us. And that causes us to want to conform to the group standard. So this fear is a natural part of our primitive brain or rat brain. So it's perfectly natural. The fear manifests itself in many ways. Not wanting to make phone calls because you're fearing rejection. Assuming your prospect is not going to be interested in you without really knowing whether they're interested or might actually desperately need your product or service. Finding excuses to not challenge your candidate when you're not getting the information you need. Failing to ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. That's a big one. A lot of people are so afraid to hear no that they're terrified to ask the question that's really going to be critical and will help them understand, do I waste more time here? Do I invest more time here? Or do I cut my losses and move on to the next task? Hopium. You've heard that drug hopium. Hoping everything is just simply going to work out. That comes from fear. And the worst is suffering that imposter syndrome, where you feel like you don't belong, you don't deserve the spot you have, a place on the team. And that even worse yet is not believing that you deserve success or that you have the right or the authority in this process to be in the position you're in. I want you to believe in your heart that you do deserve success if you work for it, and that everybody is going to believe in you and that you're willing to do what it's going to take to earn it. Our natural defense mechanisms handle fear by ignoring them and pretending they don't exist. That's never going to solve anything for you. Acting in spite of your fear is going to produce stress. It's going to produce anxiety. It's going to make you feel sweaty and nervous and just terrible. But when you accept those fears as part of who we are, what our natural state is, that's going to help bring you confidence and bring you basically peace over that fear and allow you to address it. Accepting the basic fact of life allows you to understand and accept your fears rather than trying to ignore or live with them and all the anxiety that they produce. Only then can you operate at your highest level. Now, here's a professional tip. Writing down your negative thoughts on paper and tossing them in the trash is a psychological trick you can use every single time to improve your mood. Doing what you fear most. The one thing you fear, the one thing most people fear in sales is cold calling. And it's the one area you probably need to tackle, and address first. Because when you manage that one area that you fear the most, all the other fears are going to get in line and you're going to have confidence tackling them as well. When you conquer it, everything else is simply going to seem easy in comparison. It's important to note that you may never truly get over your fear, and that's okay. You may get over your fear of cold calling after you've made 10 phone calls, but then that fear reasserts itself the next day. But now you already know that by the 10th call, that fear is going to be in the past. You're going to have momentum. You're going to be moving on, and you're in control. You cannot let your fear control you. You must control it if you're going to achieve success. You will find that if you do what you fear most, although that fear may never truly abate, you will master your fear, and the activity and success you deserve will follow. Winners do what losers won't. They eat it for breakfast. For me, cold calling was my coffee in the morning. It's how I got my energy up. It's how I got fired up. I did what I feared the most. And then it simply became a habit. And this is where greatness hides, is in those habits. So by addressing that first fear, the biggest fear every day, first thing, getting it out of the way. I like to call it eating your broccoli first. Made the rest of my day just a whole lot easier. Somerset Maugham said, the funny thing about life is you refuse to accept anything but the best, you will often get it. Let me say that again. The funny thing about life is if you refuse to accept anything but the best, you will often get it. And that's what I want for each of you. This has been Deep Recruiting. I hope you're getting something out of this every single week. If you've got a specific issue, a trauma, something that is holding you back in your career, email us. Let us know what it is at deeprecruiting@teamgtn. Let us help you find a solution that's going to work for you, that's going to deliver you results and help you climb that ladder to success. We're back every Monday at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time with a new idea, a new way to succeed so that everybody wins. Remember that rising tide lifts all boats. Thanks a bunch. Leave us a positive review. Leave us a comment. Share us with your friends. Let's grow this so that everybody becomes better at this wonderful thing we love to call recruiting. Have a great week, everybody, and take care.